Newcastle lead Sunderland by a goal to nil. Anthony Munda after 20 minutes. So it was neither Kieran Trippier nor Matt Targett. There's still time for Kieran Trippier to score what I imagine would be his Premier League 2
I would think so.
debut goal. I don't know. I may be wrong in that. I take it back if I'm wrong. But somebody somewhere will point it out. Graham is a Newcastle United fan who is next up on the line. Welcome to Total Sport, Graham.
Hiya, Colin.
And he choked him. Yeah, I thought that was really bad.
But you see, the thing with the one in the Arsenal game was he was on the floor. Now, and he had his hand around his throat. If he had been stood up and put his hand around his throat, he'd been sent off for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He did it deliberately, that, yeah.
Yes. It would have been more visible, I guess, in that is the reason why it
so as
got away with
usual,
it.
you know, I don't think the decision to send Sharaf was wrong. I think that was, you know, he had to go for that because it was a silly reaction. And, you know, he give the referee nowhere to go. Whereas the other situations, the referee had an option where he could say that he didn't see it. And they prefer to do that because they want to keep... Usually, they want to try and keep 11 players on the field, don't they, John, I think?
Yeah.
Yes. We have had a goal in the Premier League 2 derby. Newcastle lead Sunderland by a goal to nil. Anthony Munda after 20 minutes. So it was neither Kieran Trippier nor Matt Targett. There's still time for Kieran Trippier to score what I imagine would be his Premier League 2
I would think so.
debut goal. I don't know. I may be wrong in that. I take it back if I'm wrong. But somebody somewhere will point it out. Graham is a Newcastle United fan who is next up on the line. Welcome to Total Sport, Graham.
Hiya, Colin. Hiya, John. Morrow.
Hey, Graham.
Hiya. So, John, my take on this sending off would be, what if Shaw had replicated what the other guy did and went down like a ton of bricks? What does the referee do then? Because, as you've rightly said, or as Marco's just said, you know, undoubtedly the referee was swayed by the reaction of the opposing player. So what if Shaw had done exactly the same? Then what does the referee do there? Does he have to send both players off?
Well, he's got a decision to make then, doesn't he?
Well, exactly.
You know, does he send both off or does he leave both on? The one thing I'd say about I thought the referee was poor at the weekend. I thought he was poor for both sides, but
he was poor.
He took his time as well. It wasn't as if he's walked away from the situation. He's walked away from the incident. He's let them sort it out, and then he's come back and he's produced the card. Look,
for me, John, this is where VAR can look at things, even if it's after the match. We need to, and you've already mentioned, it's a horrible side of the game now, where players are doing this deliberately to get the opposition players sent off, and in some cases just to get them booked. And it's embarrassing, it's spoiling the game, and it's probably rubbing off on the younger kids as well, because they'll be watching that, and it starts at grassroots football. We need to try and get it out of the game. It is embarrassing, and that was really bad. And as you've just rightly pointed out, there was another game where the guy's got his hand on the opposing player's throat when he's lying on the ground, and nothing happens. So it's that inconsistency again, which is happening. I just think we've got VAR now, so why don't we use it to try and stop this cheating? And why can't action be taken against that player, even if it's after the match? Because it's blatant cheating. To go down like that, you're basically just trying to get that opposition player sent off. And he succeeded in doing it. But, like I say, my argument would be, what if Shaw had done exactly the same thing? What sort of position is the referee in then?
Where do you stand on the sending off? Do you think?
Well, I agree. By the letter of the law, then he had to go. But as I think Mark was just playing, had the Southampton player just stood up and not made a massive meal out of it, I don't think he would have been sent off. It's because of the reaction of the player that he has to send Shaw off.
I'm not too sure he has to. If he believes that the player's gone down and he's acting, he should say.
Yeah, he can, of course.
He should go, no, I'm not having that. That's, okay, there's a coming together, but he's